And they even mention it to him, yes, you're always trying to save damaged people. Yeah, we get it. And he's just, I think Loki can really help us. He's going to be our key to finding the variant. Yeah, wow. Yeah. And this is Owen. This is Owen. This is Owen. I'll be honest with you. This is Owen Wilson. He's one of those guys like Vince Vaughn where he just plays himself in everything. And this is basically Owen Wilson from Armageddon. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay, the most terrifying situation here. Okay, wow. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. They're good together, man. They're
Oh,
good.
man.
They are really good together.
I think there's energies that work together as well. Like you find good energies. So you have kind of Sebastian Stan, who's sort of, he glowers, right? He has this sort of
Yes.
glowering personality. And then Mackie, uh, like, I don't know, on set, because but
Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you right now, Anthony Mackie, I see him in everything. And the first thing that pops into my mind is when he was just like Tupac in a movie. He was Tupac in a movie.
Nice.
And I always have to push that he's not Tupac anymore. He's the Falcon.
He's just got this, right? He's just got this good, like, I don't know, warm, like in this world, he's more like warm. He's just, wildly capable. Like their energies though, just gel so well. And just to see Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston, this trickster who's always looking to trick somebody with this very droll Texan sitting across from him. It's just it's a really neat dynamic between them, and I love it.
No, they're great. And the guy you mentioned that he threatens to gut him like a fish. What's that guy's name?
Whoa, wait.
He threatens to I'll gut you like a fish. The office worker, Ricardo.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly.
I love that he just pops.
What is
it? Go ahead.
It's Casey, right? Eugene Cordero.
Yes, Eugene. Thank you, Eugene Cordero. I love how he just pops in and then he opens the drawer. And it's just the Infinity Stone ever. And yeah, some of the guys, we use them for paperweights, and then it just dawns on him. I need to stop. I need to stop what I'm doing. Is this the greatest power in the universe? Like, what? He's got a drawer full of Infinity Stones. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, that blew my mind when it was such like a cheeky, world-changing gag. And also, you know what I love about Eugene Cordero? He's in Mandalorian. He's also in Kong Skull Island, and he's in a show called Tacoma FD, which is made by the Broken Lizard guys, where they're firefighters in the rainiest city in America, so they don't have to do much. And so he
was also in Other Space.
He was in what? Office Space?
Other Space. It was on Yahoo. It was when Yahoo was trying to do their own channel. I guess they were trying to make original programming, and it was called Other Space. And I saw that, and I just always forgot his name. It was so good. It's a weird sci-fi.
Man, you need someone to come off that bench, Norbert. Like, he's like the perfect guy. Yeah?
He's going to nail it. He's going to nail that final shot, man.
Holy crap. He's in Star Trek Lower Decks, too.
Yeah.
So he's been in Star Trek. He's been in Star Wars. He's been in the MCU. He's been against King Kong. Man, that's pretty. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, he's in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend too. I love that show.
And so the award for that guy goes to Eugene Cordero. Absolutely. Let's tie a bow on it. That's nice.
Oh man. So who do you got in your next award or whatever you got?
All right. So for me, the award for the most successful Black-owned business in the history of mankind is the TVA. Because we didn't just build America, baby. We built reality. You're welcome. The TVA, bro. Just Kang. He's just like, yeah, so I eat apples and just control reality itself. Oh, you didn't even know. That's listen, you remember how you said the MCU, they always have to have that CGI battle at the end?
Yeah.
Not this time.
Nope.
It's just I control reality. And if you kill me, reality's going to fall apart. So I'm going to eat this apple and let you decide. That is boom. In terms of MCU just trying to get into like Matrix level type philosophy stuff. What should we do here?
And I'm the good one of the bad ones, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's do you want to deal with the evil armies? Like, that's a question I like. I love that question.
Yeah.
And also too, I just want to say one of my first instances with Jonathan Majors was when I watched a movie called The Last Black Man in San Francisco. I hadn't seen him before that. Like, I guess I had watched Hostiles, but I had never seen like White Boy Rick, but I watched The Last Black Man in San Francisco, and he plays a guy named Montgomery, and he's so good in it, man. I'm like, who is this guy? I was like, this guy's gonna be big. And you know what's funny too? I'm telling you, man. I was like, it was a 2019 movie, and I was watching it, and I put him on my so I'm part of a film critic association, and I put him up for best supporting actor, and because you get 3 nominations, and this is before he blew up. I was like, but this guy. I was like, this guy's something. And then now look at him. He's like Ant-Man the Wasp. He's Lovecraft Country. He's like The Harder They Fall.
Yes.
What was the movie last year on Netflix? Oh, The Five Bloods. Like he's
yes.
But you know, it feels good when you can call things sometimes, Norbert. And
Oh no, you're well done. You got an eye for talent, man. You know that's why I'm here. Thank you. Here all night, folks. Nah, man. Majors is just. You cannot take your eyes off of him. And just like how I said, you know, Owen Wilson is basically Owen Wilson in everything. Majors has range, man.
Yeah.
Majors has range. Majors is not the same character twice. Not at all.
He plays this playwright in The Last Black Man in San Francisco. Sorry to interrupt you. Like,
no, that's okay. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, Norbert, like a complete 180. Like, yeah, just a total, you know, like just if you watch that movie and then you go watch like Lovecraft Country, you're like, what? What? Just this dude's an actor. Like this guy, he can do it.
That's right.
But
that's right.
Yeah, I remember seeing. But yeah, it was cool. It's always fun when you're like, man, that dude's gonna be something. So
there it is.
Yeah, and he nailed that. And you're right, he nailed that final speech, man. He just jumped in and made it happen. So
can you imagine? I mean, seriously, every MCU movie has to end in a knockdown, drag-out CGI fight. And Jonathan Majors is such a good actor. They said, here, we're just going to give this to you. You're going to speak for like 20 minutes. And that's the end of the show. What?
Oh, man.
What? Imagine if Iron Man ended with just Tony and
Bridges?
The final boss. Thank you. With Tony and Bridges just like, you know, Tony, I understand what you're saying about, you know, being a warmonger, but at the same time, you know, this is how we make money. Well, I don't agree. And I want to get some more burgers, and let's talk about this. There's no way. You know what I mean?
And not give you a cheeseburger, by the way. And hey, can I have one? No. I only got a couple. Jeff Bridges is scary in that movie. Great beard, great bald head.
Built it with a box of scraps in a case. Yeah.
He uses his height and size well, man. And then you go see him in like Crazy Heart, and you're like, what just happened?
This is how much they believe in Jonathan Majors as the next big bad for Phase 4. They just give him a speech.
Oh,
it hit me. I love it.
So I think I know your second award. So I'm not gonna do the second award. I'm just gonna do another line that I love in this movie, and it's another Loki and Owen Wilson moment where he's like, I'm not gonna stab you in the back. And then Owen Wilson goes, you've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times. That's what he says to like Owen Wilson. Like I said again, like in his droll Texas accent, he's like, you've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times. And then I went online to like research that, and Fandom, the website, they put out a tweet of like everyone that he stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of here, I'm pulling it up right now. But like they actually he's actually stabbed these people in the back.
He literally Thor. I know that for sure.
And it's just kind of funny. It's just like, and someone wrote he is over 1,000 years old. I'm surprised it's only 50.
That's hilarious, because that's a really good point. He's a trickster, and he's like, but where are the tricks? You know, I don't see the tricks.
And didn't he stab Malekith? Like he's stabbed tons of people in the back.
He's really good at it.
Oh, it's so funny. Really Thor Ragnarok, turn into a snake, and then turn into a snake, then back into himself, then stab Thor. Thor tells that story. And then he attempts to kill Thanos after pledging fidelity. Then in the Stark Tower, Thor convinces Loki to stop the invasion, and then Loki stabs him. So
it's right in the back.
Then he casts a spell on Odin, and then he he gets his dad to trust him. He sends him away. He does like the get help scheme. He stabs somebody, and like Malekith, he stabs him. I mean, it's just
what's that meme again? Call an ambulance, but not for me. That's Loki in a nutshell.
But that line, man, just made me so happy. It's
true.
But you know what? It's got to be the way Owen Wilson says it, though. Like you've literally like you've like 50 times. Like it's just so.
literally like stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
Yeah, and I love it. It's just fun, and that's why yeah, it's just a good line, man. I just love it. So that's my second one, just because I just
Nice.
laugh whenever I think about it.
Okay, and so my next award is going to be the award for yeah, I would, which is Loki trying to hook up with Sylvie because I can't lie. If there was another couple thousand Norberts in existence and one of them was a woman, maybe I'm a narcissist, but I think woman Norbert would be hot, and let's see what happens. I mean, it's not my cousin, it's not my sister. It's definitely nowhere near as bad as Back to the Future trying to hook up with your mom. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Loki trying to hook up with Sylvie. That's my next award, man. The award for yeah, I would absolutely, and I would.
Oh man, we need a Disney Plus show. And it's just called Norbert, and then you know it's like, but Loki. Does that make sense? And it's just you. Norbert. All right. So Norbert, who would be your Mobius? Would you get Owen
Oh,
Wilson? Like, what actor would you want to be your Mobius?
my mo that you need a chill, cool friend. What universe are we just talking about choosing an actor, or are we talking about choosing a character?
An actor to play a Mobius, but this is another timeline entirely. So,
Okay. So somebody who's just completely chill and laid back, but is gonna check me on my BS, gonna call me out when I'm acting like a jerk. God, that's a difficult one, man. Ooh, man, you're playing Stump the Meach right now, brother. I'm just like, what is going
I
on?
feel like it has to be like a Texas actor because you got like laid back McConaughey or you get like laid back Wilson brothers. I just get Luke Wilson,
Luke Wilson.
but looking like Richie Tenenbaum.
But he was really depressed.
Yeah, needle in the hay.
He was really depressed. He can't be depressed. Who can I hang out with?
Man, that scene, I'm gonna kill myself tomorrow, and then needle in the hay comes on.
Just straight up. He was going to do it, man. You know?
That tennis scene is one of my favorite things on the history. Like that's his 56 unforced error.
Ah, I now know. It's gonna be Paul Rudd.
Oh,
Paul Rudd's Paul Rudd's gonna call me out, but he's not gonna be a jerk about it. Just like Owen Wilson. And also Paul Rudd has stopped aging. So he's clearly a mutant of some kind.
we did a episode about the Covenant, the Rennie Harlan directed movie for Deep Blue Sea the podcast, and we decided that Paul Rudd is a witch, and so
Absolutely.
these witches can be immortal, but if they use a little bit of their power, they age. So he's used a little bit of his power,
Right.
only a tiny bit. That's the only reason why he's aged a tiny bit. But yeah, he's gonna live
Yeah.
forever.
Kind of a mix between Spawn and the portrait of Dorian Gray. That's Paul Rudd. Absolutely.
Man, okay, who would be mine? Super chill. I want because I'm actually having a lot of fun with this, Norbert. Who would? Oh gosh, would Peter Dinklage be
Now,
good?
Peter Dinklage is going to judge you, but not just out the blue. He's going to wait for you to make your mistake and then call you on it. This is
Mm-hmm.
the key. This is the key to the relationship between Loki and Mobius.
Yeah.
Mobius calls him on his BS and his past mistakes, but he's giving him a chance to redeem himself. Paul Rudd, he'll give you that chance to redeem yourself. Dinklage, same, same.
I like that. I think that'd be or Brendan Gleeson. You know what? I'm gonna pick Brendan Gleeson.
I think Brendan Gleeson is just liable to haul off and just punch your jaw loose when you make mistakes.
But think about
I don't think it's Jack.
Ernest Brendan Gleeson. Like, oh
I think
gosh,
I think he's gonna punch your jaw loose, man.
Brendan Gleeson
I,
as okay. I'll take John Barenthal, but playing the character from King Richard.
that's again another one, another one. They don't suffer fools gladly.
He's like a pro tennis coach. He'd be a nightmare.
Well, this is the thing. You got to be out there by yourself. So a pro tennis coach, they're not trying to be nice to you at all. They're trying to chip away at all your soft spots to make you just impervious to the shouting and the fact that a ball is coming at you at 150 miles an hour that you have to hit back accurately and put a
Yeah,
spin on it.
that's tough. What about
Go with Dinklage,
Yeah, I'll do Dinklage. I'm taking Dinklage.
man. Bernthal.
Michael Pena,
Okay. Now
John
we're getting now.
Leguizamo.
Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Michael Pena and Leguizamo, they're not going to punch you out. The key is somebody who can put up with your nonsense, but is not just going to say, you know what, I'm done with this, and just savagely beat you.
Who could read a
Gleason?
sentence about jet skis better, Leguizamo or Pena?
Ah, It's got to be Leguizamo,
Yeah.
just because of the comic history.
All right, I'm taking that.